There's a new theory circling around cryptocurrency. Yes, this bull run is set to be the biggest of all time. A beat. It will not take place until the summer of 2026. There's multiple different crypto pundits. They're all using a different approach to market analysis, and each one is finding the exact same answer. That being, this previous model that so many traders are relying on working this cycle being, well, 540 days after the Bitcoin halving, right? That's when altcoins are going to peak. Let's zoom out here and take a reality check. Crypto has matured massively. It's on mainstream media television. It's $1 trillion industry with many institutional investors with their fat fingers on the scale manipulating price action. Can you possibly put your faith in such a cookie cutter, easy solution as 540 days after the Bitcoin halving? That would literally be free money. In this video, we're going to break down a much more complex theory that's going to separate traders that put in hard work and study of monetary policy from traders that are relying on really easy cookie cutter solutions like, well, I'm just going to sell in the fall of 2025, which as of right now doesn't look like it's going to work whatsoever. To break down why this market is going to peak in the summer of 2026, we've got to start in the very beginning. This chart waxes and wanes every 4 years. Looks like it's a Bitcoin halving chart, but it's not. The very beginning is when money went off the gold standard in 1968. The fiat system adds liquidity to the economy to stimulate jobs. Then after all this economic stimulation, this money printing, they have to start removing that exact same liquidity out of circulation to prevent inflation. The side effect? High prices and risk on assets. When Satoshi built the first Bitcoin block, he encrypted a secret message hinting to central bank monetary policy. And it's the study of these bond markets and therefore central bank FOMC meetings. They happen every 45 days. There was just a super important one last week. Going beyond these 45-day FOMC meetings, every few weeks, they're releasing new data prints. Hey, how high is that inflation? How is the job markets? Are they really going to be pressured to stimulate more? Institutional investors use that information to balance their portfolio, and it's completely moving the entire market. Taking a look at how FOMC policy has impacted individual altcoins in the top 100, it shows an undoubtable connection that traders can use to gain an advantage, and will include callouts that we've made from inside our VIP group where we study each and every piece of macroeconomics like we are taking a college course in the economics of cryptocurrency, highlighting the past 2 market tops. Everything in crypto really got going at the November 5th, 2023 meeting. We're looking at the render chart right here. Price action exploded from $2.50 all the way up to $12. Since then, this exact same level established at that November meeting has been acting as support recently. That means traders who got in really early at render, in my opinion, yeah, $2.50, that's pretty early in render. They've already taken not just 1 round trip, they've taken 3 round trips on render. And through the understanding of FOMC monetary policy, we were able to make clear-cut sell signals here on January 28th, and then here again on May 15th. Let's look at AVAX. It's the exact same chart. That's the November 5th meeting. We're right around $13. AVAX has also taken 3 round trips. Jumping over to the total 3 chart and looking forward into the fall of 2025, Any upside in the altcoin market is very dependent on monetary policy data. This Friday's PCE can be a coffin nail for altcoins. In the event it comes in high, being 2.8% above expectations of 2.6, that will effectively crash the altcoins down to this prior April low, creating a massive sell-off, and recovering from it this year will be extremely difficult. Although, in the event that inflation shows a beat, it can start to rally and we can get rate cuts as early as July or definitely by September, causing some meaningful upside. Although that upside isn't going to be strong enough to get us above this 1.1 trillion market cap. We're just going to get a really strong relief rally on charts like Render and AVAX. We're going to take another round trip, boys, and you're not going to get a trophy for hodling the entire way through. Jumping into VIP Post, we have a mini ebook that I'll put a link for in the description of this video, highlighting all the real-time posts calling for massive market downside on peak 1, January 28th, that started all the way back in December 20th FOMC meeting. They announced, hey, we're going to cut the amount of rates for 2025. It's the most clear-cut, like, no duh, bearish action ever. Yet, traders who are relying on cookie cutter approaches, not willing to, or maybe they're willing, but they just don't have the direction to know where to look, completely overshot this insight. Meanwhile, inside our group, we were like, dude, dump everything. Sell half your Caspa, sell all your altcoins, and wait for tariffs in April, projecting a massive point where we're going to be sitting on our hands, day trading short sales, and then go shopping at the market lows. This ebook also includes top number 2, which took place on May 15th, where we have over half a dozen posts, May 15th, 16th, 17th, 19th, 22nd, just highlighting every detail about why the altcoin market just hit a peak on May 15th and there was selling ahead. Traders can get into cash and now go shopping for discounts ahead. That is preventing the infamous multiple round trips. In 2025, this next rally is going to be another round trip before the big one in 2026 summer. The reason why the 2026 summer is so important is Fed Chair Powell is going to be replaced. Jay Powell's 4-year term is over in May of 2026. It just so happens that all these pundits using very technical analysis and different approaches to the market are all targeting the summer of 2026 anyway. When Jay Powell is replaced, it will be by the current administration, therefore a much more bullish pro-crypto and risk-on Fed chair, with plans to cut rates all the way down to zeros. As part of the trade war tariffs, this will stimulate massive growth in the U.S., stop our relying on importing from overseas, get the growth going, and as a side effect, risk on assets will be shooting through the moon. This Friday, PCE report and Thursday's durable goods, that means automated machines and computers coming out of the US. That pair of data drops is going to set the tone for the rest of 2025. It could be the nail in the coffin, or it could start to trigger a relief rally, much needed for altcoins. Now's a great time to jump in the group, start studying, so when the peak of 2025 comes around, like these prior 2 market tops that we clearly spotted in the ebook in the description, you can read those call outs now, you'll have the skill set to find that top, take profit, wait for a sell-off, purchase at a discount, and then rock and roll into the real bull run, slated to take place in 2026. Thanks for checking out this video, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.